Evening, everybody. We're going to talk about car insurance tonight, and why I'm probably going to switch back from Progressive back to I don't know, Geico or Nationwide or something like that. It's just getting too goddamn expensive. Like I pay, what do I pay? I pay way too much. That's what I pay. I have two cars, one car that I use for everyday use, and the other one sits there. Like for 364 days out of the year, I use it like 1 or 2 days a year to get Christmas trees to burn, but I still pay insurance on the fucking thing. And you can't not have it insured because then they'll tax you, or not they'll tax you. They'll what's the word I'm looking for here? What's the word? They'll
The best part of eating corn on the cob is when like shit sprays out of it and you hit somebody in the eye with the water.
they'll penalize you for it. That's the problem, Garrett. They'll fucking penalize you for not having the proper kind of car insurance.
Man, things are getting expensive, dude. You know, it's tough, man. Every year, get a little bit more. Taxes on the house go up. It's insanity, man.
It really is. I can't stand it. I just can't stand it.
So how are you doing, Brandon?
I'm doing very well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good, man.
Happy Friday. Wait a minute. It's Monday.
It's Monday.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, brother. What's up, pimps? How are y'all?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good, dude. I'm doing good. Happy early 4th to you guys.
Likewise.
Happy 4th to you, man.
Garrett, what are you wearing tonight?
Look at this, baby.
Dude, that's slick.
That's so sweet. You can hear it
Ultimate
crinkling.
Warrior.
Where do you shop?
Rumble leather jacket.
Where do you shop to get this stuff? Is
I have an
idea. You shop at PacSun or something?
Sort of, man. You know, it's I get an idea and I'm like, I'm gonna find a way to get this thing, and somehow it just kind of comes up.
I like it. Real quick, Mickey B with $5. Happy 4th, guys. Just finished You Need a 100. Listening to Piz rant was epic. We need to get Dud Nasty riled up and rant about something. Brandon, we can get you ranting about something.
I just semi-ranted about car insurance. Now, how well can you guys hear my voice through this mask? Because if it's a problem, we'll take it off.
I think
it's pretty comfortable. Great. It's pretty comfortable. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty comfortable.
I think you sound fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Mickey B. Let me give you a little something. Give you a quick one.
With all these nicknames, everyone that I accumulate like 3 pounds of fat.
That's the truth.
Saturn Video, for the first time in a while, the Super Butter Bill is late. He is late. And I'll tell you what.
Listen to me. The next time you have to think here, buy a box of milk duds or sneak them in, and go to the hot butter and drizzle it all into the box of milk duds. It is the best thing you'll ever have in your life.
And that's facts. Great to see Garrett.
Oh man, it's good to be here, man. You know,
yeah, it is. It's good to have you. Dave says, "What are you drinking?" I see just another Red's apple or Angry Orchard. Still Angry Orchard, brother. Taking it. It's a lean night tonight. Kevin L with a $4.99. Are you guys a fan of Van Halen? If so, favorite album? This is a good question.
What about Van Halen 2?
If that's your favorite.
Is it your favorite?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's 5150.
Dude, you know what? I was just gonna say that, and I was like, "Watch, people are gonna give me so much shit for that."
Why? Why would people have a problem with somebody that can actually sing?
Well, that's the thing, because you know you get the Hagar lovers versus the it's the Roths. So I mean, I don't know. I'm personally more of a Hagar guy. I'll say that straight up. I think they had more hits with him, but that's just the way I roll with it.
Yeah, 5150 is my favorite. I love OU812, but top to bottom, I love 5150 the most. I like For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge too, and I like Balance. I think every Hagar record is great. They all went to #1. So, I mean, what are you going to do? It's time for an ice cold one with Christian Hanahara. Thank you, 543 Deadhead. Let me give Kevin L a little quick one.
It's always been Creepshow 2. The one that we have is great value. So Creepshow 2 also, to me, just feels like that perfect 80s time capsule. You know what I mean? Like with the Firebird and the second sequence and all that stuff. The one that we have is great value, so it's a Walmart brand. It'll flip your lunch tray.
Brennan, you've had some amazing moments
It's pretty good stuff, man.
on Planet Dirty.
I could probably put all that shit on a resume or something. You know, my reel.
Garrett, what did you do today, dude? Were you busy today?
Yeah, man, I worked all day.
Really?
Got to work tomorrow.
What?
So, yeah, man, I got to be up early. So I don't have to be up as early as I usually do on a Tuesday, but still pretty early. So I figured I could hop on here with you guys, just say what's up to everybody, and then head right to bed and back to work.
Dude, how many people got involved in the Rad 9? Because it seems like it's everywhere. I can't escape it.
I mean, I'm surprised. I'm surprised that so many people did. And what was nice about it is not only did they do videos on YouTube, but there was a lot of people that got involved on Instagram, which was cool too. And yeah, I mean, I'm super thankful and grateful for that, because we weren't sure how it was going to turn out. You know, I mean, we weren't sure if people were going to give a shit about that, but a lot of people are doing it. And it's actually really cool because a lot of people that are doing it are people that are not the norms, or not the regulars that I would assumed would have participated. It's people, different people in the community that maybe have smaller channels, or people that, you know, I don't collaborate with a lot. So it's cool to kind of see how far out it's got. And then other people see people do it, and they do it, and they didn't really know why they were doing it, but then they find the channel and stuff. So it's actually worked out pretty well. So thank you for everybody who's participated.
And it's cool because that reminds me of pre-COVID YouTube. That was stuff people used to do a lot. And I always thought it was fun. And I always wanted to do one, but I was just like, nobody's going to follow up. But it's really cool to see that so many people did. And I like that you did 3 videos on the Rad Pack channel. I thought, no offense to the other 2, your list was the best. The other 2's were, Justin's was weird. Mel's was good. You had the best list.
Well, you know what it was? I was actually shocked because, you know, they had a lot more deep cuts. Like I said in my video, they actually grew up with family members who were really deep into movies, right? So Mel's mother was like a VHS collector. So they were watching like horror movies all the time. So, you know, when it came to me, like the movies that I was really watching on repeat as a kid were like the big blockbusters that, you know, I had seen in the theater. Then my parents bought us the VHS. And so I think just we had different, you know, lives growing up as kids where maybe, you know, they saw a lot more obscure stuff, I think, way back when than maybe I did. So I think that's probably why their lists were so different, you know.
They had some good stuff for sure. My favorite, we talked about it earlier, but my favorite on your list had to be Major League. That movie is everything to me, dude.
And it's cool to hear that because not a lot of people I feel like watched that a lot as a kid and nor talk about it as much as I think they should now. So it's cool to kind of see that other people were into that. And not only that, it even someone like you or me, people probably didn't even assume that we would have been watching Major League, you know?
Right. Well, what do you think is, because I do feel like takes a backseat to other, like what's the movies that people bring up when they say, oh, the best baseball movies?
I would say Sandlot is probably the one people talk about the most. Yeah.
But what about like MLB style movies? Like, are there others that eclipse it?
I don't think so. I mean, I know there's like things like Moneyball and, you know, stuff like that, but I'm not really familiar with that movie. Like, I know it exists, but I kind of got out of sports during that time that was there. But as a kid, I was like a sports nut. But I mean, I kind of stopped watching them, you know, over the last probably even 20 years, I would say 15 years.
I grew up, I just remember my family we had a VHS of Major League and I loved it. And my favorite part of the movie is when the dentist, Corbin Burnson, is like, what does he say? Like, my contract says I can only have to do so much calisthenics, and then he takes a piss on it.
It was good. You know what's another good baseball movie is like The Fan.
Yes,
that's a cool one too. I don't know if you've seen that one. It just came out from MVD probably a couple months ago too, and it's for part of their Rewind label. It's got De Niro in it. It's got Snipes in it.
That's a crazy movie, man.
Oh yeah,
that's a great movie. You got to see that movie, man.
Wait, it's a psychological thriller baseball movie?
Yes.
Holy shit. Really like it. What's a movie? I just bought it like last year. It stars our boy from Jaws. It's called Night Visitor. Is that what?
Oh yeah, it's called Night Game.
Night Game. Oh, I watched that. I got it for 2 reasons, because it's got what's his face? He's a good actor. I forget his name though. But I got that, and it's a baseball movie, and I'm always trying to find baseball movies. But I never
made the other night, and part 2 I think is right up there too. At least as a kid, I thought it was right up there. Again, I haven't probably watched part 2 in a long time.
Well, it's had a lot going uphill because who did they recasted Wesley Snipes with? Was that Omar Epps? Did they no, that wasn't Omar Epps.
Wait, did they recast him?
Yeah, that's
wow.
Not
It's been a long time since I've watched it. Then I had no idea.
Let me see.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not him. Charlie, Tom Berenger, Corbin Return, Dennis Haybert, the voodoo guy. He's hysterical.
Yeah, he was good in part 2.
Bob Uecker. I love Bob Uecker. And all right, who replaced Wesley Snipes? Let me see. Yeah, it was Omar Epps. It was Omar Epps.
I can't believe that
it's the same character, huh?
Yeah, that totally went over my head, man.
That's
you remember. It's funny because when they start practice again, there's a scene where the limousine pulls up and like 50 people get out, and then finally Omar gets out.
He's like money and shit. Yeah,
yeah. But Omar's good, but I mean Wesley had the best scene, and when he wakes up and they put his bed outside. They put his bed outside because he wasn't even on the list. And then he just outran everybody. And dude, I believe it. You could look at Wesley and tell like that dude's a natural athlete.
Oh my God. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he was booking it in that. Ooh, Keanu Reeves in The Replacements. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I found the Notorious B.I.G. when I was a kid.
What was his name in that? What was his name in that? Was it Utah? No, that was
Point Break.
Point Break. What was it? He had an interesting name in that one too, I think.
Let's see.
You Googling it, Brandon?
Yeah.
Now, we talked about it a little bit. Which one of you guys have seen Major League 3 Back to the Minors, which isn't Major League?
I mean, it's been forever. I remember the dude that's in it's like that big kind of he is that blonde guy that's always like kind of a dope in all the movies that he's in. He was like the catcher or whatever. I remember it, but I like vaguely remember it.
Keanu Reeves was Shane Falco in The Replacements.
So the relevance for Major League 3 for the horror fans is it's one of the only movies I've seen 2 movies with Jensen DeGette in it, who is obviously Rennie from Jason Takes Manhattan, and that is Friday the 13th and Major League 3. But it looks like she was also in a movie called Dead Before Dawn in 1993 that I've never heard of, but she's not even a supporting character. She must have a tiny role. But Major League 3 is terrible, guys, but I'm telling you, I kind of like it. But it's got Walton Goggins, that dude. He's like a big time actor now.
Yeah.
You know, he was the cop, and you remember in House of a Thousand Corpses, Garrett,
Yep.
he's the cop that he's on his hands and knees,
Mm-hmm.
and then Otis has the gun pointed at him, and then it backs out for like 3 solid minutes before he takes the shot at him.
Yeah.
That's
Bro,
him.
I legit thought that was the end of the movie when I saw it in the theaters for the first time. I'm like, that's the end. And then all of a sudden it's like a whole new section of the movie. Like after that hits, that movie like shifts gears a lot, I feel like.
Yeah, it does.
Oh man.
Walter Goggins was also he was in Sons of Anarchy.
I never seen that show.
Me neither.
Yeah. He plays I forgot the name of it. He's like a cross-dressing guy and he ends up shooting a bunch of people. It's a killer role. That guy's good in everything he does though.
So Garrett, I have been doing this thing where I tell Brandon, I just throw him random things for a thumbnail and he delivers. So like I said, Brandon, I want Jean-Claude Van Damme from Street Fighter. I want Crystal Pepsi's. I think Brandon threw the bald eagle in just out of, patriotism.
There's negative space there, so.
But he always does a good job, but it's got me wondering, Garrett, do you have Crystal Pepsi on deck?
Yeah.
Now, how old is your Crystal Pepsi? Go ahead and grab it. Go ahead and grab it. Brandon, are you a Crystal Pepsi fan?
The
He's taking
version
it off.
that was around in the 90s that was still around. The
Are you
can
taking the
was good.
Are you taking the mask off? Ah!
But when it came back, I was not a fan of it at all, dude. I thought it tasted gross when it came back.
Now, Garrett, is that the like the 2015-ish?
Yeah, I think it's 20.
That's the one I've got.
2015, I think.
Why did my bottle kind of?
Mine is like that
depressed?
too. It's almost like it's kind of warping a little.
Mine kind of depressed into itself.
Yeah, mine is a little bit warped, not that much, but there's a little bit. You can see a kind of a flat spot somewhere. Yeah, right there.
Dude.
See, it's a little bit warped.
I remember Sydney bought me a pack of it, and we saved one, and we, obviously I drank one. Garrett, when you were a kid, was Crystal Pepsi around?
Yeah, I have a vivid memory of Crystal Pepsi. It was so massive at the time. Like, it literally, like, there was never in a million years I thought that thing was going to go away, because I can remember in middle school when that thing was like really hot. They had, like, right in front of the cafeteria, they had like a Coke machine and a Pepsi machine. And they took the Pepsi machine out and put a new Pepsi machine in, and crystal clear Pepsi was like the front. Like, when you see the machines, there's always like that one image in the front.
Right.
It's usually like the Coke sign or whatever. They brought it in, and it had the big crystal Pepsi was like the main image. And like, it was like Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, then like Crystal Pepsi, and then you had all the other ones. But I thought for sure that thing was going to be here for a long time, because they really marketed the hell out of that. And that thing, like I said, like took over the school. Like, that was like the main drink of choice when I was in middle school. So I would wonder when that thing left, because by the time I got out of school, that thing was still sitting there. So I'm just curious on like when they removed it, because I'm sure a machine like that would be pretty valuable nowadays.
Well, what they need to do is put Crystal Pepsi like in Stranger Things season 4, 4.5, whatever, just so they can reissue it.
For sure.
Well, it didn't come out till 92 though.
Oh, it didn't really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean,
That
at
was the
what
first year.
point, like the Stranger Things though, I mean, they're going to have to play in, right? Like, I don't know how it's going to work, but these kids are going to look a lot older. So are they going to go like ahead to the 90s, you think?
They need to.
You know what I
Season
mean?
4 was in 86, right? That was season 4.
Was that 86 that they were in?
They had
so.
Master of Puppets in there, and that's when that record came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
Let's
would
go
be
to-
killer, though,
dude,
if they
let's-
go to like
let's-
90 or something.
Let's go to 92, but let's throw in some Def Leppard Adrenalize. Like, let's not go hair metal. Let's go stay hair metal. Or let's do like
Yeah.
91 and do
91,
like Warrant,
that's-
Slaughter
That's the cutoff.
soundtracks. Because those bands, that would be so great to have like a Fly to the Angels or something in in Stranger Things. That'd be
You know what's
really
weird
cool.
though about Crystal Pepsi is I remember drinking it as a kid too, but I thought it came out in the 80s. But it says here from 92 to 94 is when it ran. That's the first run.
That's
but-
crazy.
They brought it back a couple years ago, and I thought that was a Stranger Things tie-in at that time, but I guess not.
I don't know.
Like, why did they?
No,
randomly bring it
do you
back?
know what was the Stranger Things tie-in? Actually, I have some over here too. It was the Coke, like where it just said Coke on the
Oh,
can.
right. The
That was
yeah,
the
the-
tie-in. New
Right.
Coke, yeah.
You're right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Let me get these out real quick. Mickey B with a $5. Thank you, Mickey B. You guys need to get together and do a Police Academy retrospective. You know
Been a
what's
long
funny is
time.
I constantly want to go back and revisit those films, but I just never actually do it. But is Carl Winslow in all of them? Or is he just like in the first 3?
Oh, he's the one that makes the Which one?
Carl
is
Winslow.
he? Okay, I was just saying he does do the noises, right? Yeah, like
Yeah.
the sirens and Reddit.
I loved Police Academy. When I was a kid, my dad used to watch Police Academy, and whichever Naked Gun it was when he's in court and he's mic'd up and he goes in the bathroom to take a piss and the mic's still on him and you hear him taking a piss from
I
the
think
from the
that was
courtroom.
what was that one? 2?
When I say my dad was dry heave laughing at that when I was a kid, those were good times.
You know which one
loved
still
Naked
gets
Gun.
me is the beginning of the first one with OJ when he's like getting on the boat.
And
he's like, he keeps like falling into like these traps and stuff, and it was just so overacted. I just thought it was so funny.
Thank you, Mickey B. You're right. We do need to do that. And Kevin L, thank you for the $1.99. Thoughts on the Hell House LLC trilogy? How do you guys feel about it?
I've only seen the first one. I thought it was good for what it was, but I haven't seen the other ones. But it seems like a lot of people talk those up a lot. They get a lot of praise.
I would give the first one a B+. I'd give the second one a B-, then I'd give the third one probably another B-. What's interesting, and I don't want to spoil it because they are worth seeing. They actually tell like a story, which is unique for a trilogy of found footage films. So I think they're all worth watching, but the first one is the magic. I think first one's got all the magic in it. Let's talk about this because I know a lot of people watching are going to be in on this. Let's talk about Jaws 2. Brandon has no interest in steelbooks. He's allergic, apparently. He's got some weird cryptic hatred about steel. Like, what happened? Like, did you have a family member get killed by like a steel accident or something when you were a kid, Brandon? Like, what's going on, dude? Let's get it out in the open.
I did. My aunt Edna worked in a steel factory, and she was crushed by a giant sheet of it.
They made steelbooks in this factory.
They did. Yeah. It was crazy shit, man. I was only 4 years old at the time.
What is it with these weird physical media collectors that just have these, like, they'll have these bizarre hate, and I'm including you in this, these bizarre, because you have a hatred. You told me, like, don't ever bring a steelbook to my house.
It's a fine hatred, man. I have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre steelbook, and that's pretty much it.
Now, did you cringe when you picked it up?
No, I didn't hate steelbooks at the time because they weren't plentiful. You know, they were still kind of bougie. They're still kind of bougie and rare. Now it's fucking. Now
it's like every couple releases now.
I don't get it. I don't understand.
I think Scream Factory ruined it when they started doing their steelbook line at when their shit was already out.
Yeah.
Then everybody started doing it. But you're right. Like, I can remember the first steelbook I ever got that I had ever known that this thing existed was the Grindhouse Best Buy exclusives for Planet Terror and what's the other one there? The one with the car?
Death Proof.
So they each had their own steelbook. The first time I'd ever seen steelbook, and I think shortly after is when Texas Chainsaw came out. Yeah, rock music. You're right. It was Michael Winslow.
My bad. But Brandon, they're bulletproof. Take a shot at me, dude. I can absorb it.
I mean, they're cool, but again, maybe I'm just being grumpy and old man and folded. But I don't understand. I don't understand slip covers. I don't understand steelbooks.
I bring it up to get you to talk. I'm stirring the pot. That's what I'm doing.
I don't understand. I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
Well, Brandon, there's a clear use for a slipcover. Okay.
So if my house catches fire, the disc will melt.
Come on, jump in.
No, I honestly like.
If my house floods, it'll
jump
rust.
in, Garrett. You gotta jump in here.
It's weird because I have like weird rules when it comes to my collecting. And to be honest, I'm not really a huge fan of slipcovers most of the time. Like, again, things like Vinegar Syndrome, like I'll say I love the slipcovers there because they're thick, you know, they're done well. It's like an art piece, you know, they're really, but you know, a mainstream movie, I'm trying to see if I have anything over here to show. Like, it's just, to me, it's just not necessary because it's not like it's protecting anything. I mean, the friggin' cover is like, right. But then you look under there and it's like, that's protected enough. Like, what's getting to that paper around that? You know, that clear thing is the protection of that paper. So why need another thing? Now, I don't know. I don't really like them that much. Like when it comes to titles like that, it just doesn't give much to the edition. Where I think Vinegar Syndrome, it gives more to the edition. I feel like it's just different. So if I have a choice to choose between a steelbook, a limited steelbook off something like that's more mainstream, I'd always go steelbook because I feel like it's a little bit more limited. And to me, it's like, I don't know. I'd take all those slipcovers off, to be honest with you, and put them away. Like, because I have all my mainstream stuff like on a shelf, and it's all like the same. You know, like if it was like 3 slipcovers, then like 10 no slipcovers, that just bothers me. So I'd rather have everything just like without, and then it all just looks like flush against the shelf. So, but the steel thing, I get it. I mean, again, it goes back to the same thing. If you know, it's tough, and now they're hard to get. Like we're going to talk about that now, and how kind of a pain in the ass they are sometimes to get them.
So when it comes to getting new movie, like when new movies come out, for instance, I said Jaws too because obviously tomorrow is which is Best Buy even going to be open tomorrow?
I don't know. And to be honest, I think me and you were in a weird boat because normally,
no pun intended,
I would always pre-order. Like, so for instance, I knew I wanted a Jaws 2 Steelbook. And that's mainly because I have a Jaws 1 4K Steelbook. So for me to like have it the same, like if I'm going to get all my Jaws now at this point on 4K, I'm hoping I can get a Steelbook for each one and then have them like line up on the shelf looking real nice. But they announced like this big Jaws set that came with a Steelbook, Jaws 2. So I was like, oh, I'm going to get that. And then And then what happened is me and Christian might not get it now. And it's like one of those things that if I didn't get that, I would have probably ordered the Best Buy Steelbook a long time ago. But because I already assumed I was getting that same Steelbook, but in a better edition, I didn't bother ordering it. So now we're like under the gun to be like, well, if we want this Steelbook, we need to like somehow get it before our orders get canceled. It's a long story, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. With
what are you going to do if you, what are we going to do if somehow our orders don't live? I'm assuming my order's canceled, right?
I'm assuming that too.
So, I mean, are you just going to suck it up if you end up, if you get the Steelbook tomorrow, if you try to secure yours online and then you get the Orbit one, are you just going to sell the other one after the fact?
Probably. I mean, I think I'm more or less like, I would rather get both than get none, like at this point.
This is me when it comes to deciding whether I want the original, regular release or the Steelbook. It really, most of the time for me, it just depends on what art I like better. I actually really liked what they did for the first Jaws movie for the regular release as opposed to the Steelbook. I do like the blue that they did for the Steelbook, but I actually really like the release for Jaws with that slip that the movie comes out the side. But I really like the Jaws 2 Steelbook a lot. I love the big, what is it? It's like you get the inside of the shark's mouth.
Yeah, I think it's a great image.
I do too. So I was just like, oh, I really want that. But I'm a quote Brandon on this. Jaws 2 is a fantastic slasher.
It really is, dude.
Garrett, do you agree with that? Is Jaws 2 a slasher?
I mean, sure. Jaws 2 was the one I saw first as a kid, so there's always a special place in my heart for that movie. My parents finally were like, oh, you got to see Jaws. I was a little kid. I remember going to the Major Video, and we went in there, and it was rented out. So they only had the second one. So they're like, oh, this is fine. Like, just watch this one. So that was always my first introduction to it. So I'm definitely excited that it's getting some good treatments.
John Call with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Johnny. CHH, you saw my Steelbook collection. Who hates Steelbooks? Brandon hates Steelbooks. But his auntie was killed in a steel factory.
She was. She was flattened like a fucking pancake, man. It was crazy.
Thank you, Johnny. Appreciate it, man. Norin Red, what's up, Norin? What's up, peeps? Such a fabulous sketch of YouTubers digging it. Oh, let me give my boy a little give him something real quick.
It's always been Creepshow 2. One that we have is great value, so it's a Creepshow 2 also to me just feels like that perfect 80s time capsule. You know what I mean? Like with the Firebird and the second sequence and all that stuff. The one that we have is great value, so it's a Walmart brand. It'll flip your lunch tray.
What the heck is going on, brother? Rat dudes take over, baby.
Yeah, it's time for a new episode, guys.
Yo, did you see I sent you a message? Did you see that? Were you kind of like, what the heck?
About watch CHH?
Yeah.
yeah. I was like, all right, I'll be there, man.
That is so funny. I figured you'd appreciate the Ultimate Warrior leather jacket.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. It's funny when I saw that picture of Lex Luger and the Lex Express. I was like, why do I feel like this is gonna be Garrett tomorrow?
That is so funny, man. I'm gonna be like that tomorrow. Well, I gotta work most of the day, but afterwards I'll be decked out in my Lex Luger USA pants.
You can't wear it at work.
I probably could, to be quite honest with you. I probably could get away with that.
Yeah, people probably like that. Yeah.
Whoa, he's hucking Ghost right now, bro.
God, it's so good. I wish I had found these earlier. I should have listened to you guys. Listened to Reason.
Is that the Red Berry?
It's the the Red Berry.
That's money. I love that one.
It's fantastic.
Is that
Cody? I love that shirt, dude. Show the camera real quick. Yeah, that shit's
that is sick, dude.
That is so sick. I haven't seen that artwork before anywhere.
Me either.
So that's actually the original teaser poster that they had for Child's Play 3 back in the early 90s. Yeah. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, that's awesome.
That's sweet.
Hey, how about that Beethoven poster?
I love it.
That's sweet too, man.
That screams America right there, though. Look at that.
Yeah, man, he's eating turkey. Eating Thanksgiving dinner.
That's funny.
So Cody, are you a big Jaws 2 fanatic?
I do like Jaws 2.
Tell me about Jaws 2. Why is it as good as the first or better than the first? As good what you think it is.
Let me tell you about the Jaws I grew up loving. The Jaws I grew up loving was Jaws 3.
I can see that.
For some reason, I love that. I love that it was in like SeaWorld or whatnot. I was like, man, I've always wanted to go to SeaWorld, but I thought that was so awesome. But I do like the second one for Jaws. Like Brandon said, it's like a slasher, basically.
Yeah.
You know, there's no build up. It's just go, go, go. But you know, you do have to have the first one to really appreciate the other ones as well.
You were in the second one. Doesn't like the girl like pour all the gas on herself, whatever? For some reason, she's like pouring it on herself and then lights it. You're like, what are you doing?
When I was a really little kid, my grandma didn't like me watching horror movies. So like my aunt, my mom would rent me horror movies. So when I was with my grandma, this is when I was really, really young, I'd be able to watch Jaws. So when I went to the movie store, I'd always be like, hey, can I go look at Jaws, which was in the horror section. So I'd go over to pretend I was looking at Jaws, but I'd be looking at, you know, like Maniac Cop 3 and all kinds of shit like that.
That's awesome.
Who's got this?
I don't have that.
Come on, Garrett. You don't have the good times?
Mm-mm.
God damn it. Let me tell you guys about my morning. Actually, yesterday. So yesterday, probably like an hour or so before I was supposed to record You Need a 100, I go in my front yard and I'm like, why is my yard like wet? Did it rain or something? And so I have this hole in the ground where this like this kind of black lid is, and it's where the city can like open or close my water. There's like this really like super tight industrial valve that they have like a machine to open and close it with. I say a machine, like this device, because it's super tight. And I opened it up and it's like water's filled up in there and it's like creeping out into the yard. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell is going on? So I tried to get down there with a crescent wrench and close it because I could tell the water was coming in past where the valve is. I couldn't do it. And I was telling my wife about it. She was like, what do we do? I said, I don't know. I tried calling my city because I live in town, so they handle all that stuff. Nobody gets on the phone, obviously. So all last night, my yard's just flooding. Just sopping wet, and then it's going down the driveway and everything. And so I recorded the episode, did all my stuff last night, and I'm trying to figure out something to do. I couldn't. So Sydney's like, let's just go to bed and we'll get it taken care of in the morning. Of course, I didn't sleep. Sydney passes right out. She doesn't care because she's like, oh, we can't do nothing about it. So I'm trying to sleep all night. I took like 3 melatonin. Didn't even do anything. I'm just sitting in bed waiting for morning to come so I can call a plumber. I go outside, dude. You damn near could have taken a floaty raft and gotten in it.
Holy shit.
Like, you know, just like, you know. So I got a plumber out here and, you know, thankfully he fixed it. But
I mean, you're lucky it didn't get into your house or anything like that or flooded anything there. I mean,
I know
with water, you never know, you know.
Was it your water?
See, yeah, if it would have been before the shutoff valve.
Oh, okay.
City. But it was right after the shutoff valve. And the plumber said basically what happened is just the ground and everything. My house was built in the 70s. Mm-hmm. So those piping is old. It's just basically from the ground kind of like settling. And it shifted my PVC down a little bit. It put a crack in it. So water's just steadily coming out. Dude, my yard was soaked. Like my yard was almost like had like a bounce to it. So thank God I noticed it as quick as I just got it taken care of. But like I'm like nervous about my water bill.
I know. Yeah.
Right,
I'm gonna call the city and see what they can do, but they're probably gonna say just stick it up your ass.
You know?
Dude, house shit's the worst, isn't it?
Oh, dude, I hate anything like that. That's like there's like pros and cons to renting. Obviously, you pay more for renting. I say that now. The way the world is now, everything's so goddamn expensive. But like, I liked it when something would break in my rental house. I just call up my landlord. He's got to fix it. Now it's just like, how can I weasel my way, or just like, how can I patch this up myself and not have to call anybody?
Well, because you know, anytime it's a house thing, the bill is always going to be like ginormous, and it's like, ugh. You know,
oh my God,
it's crazy expensive.
So, are you gonna get the Jaws 2 tomorrow?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you have in mind?
I'm getting the Steelbook.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Brandon. You toast.
Damn, it's just 3 against 1, man.
Well, I want to get the Steelbook. I'm not totally convinced that I'm going to get it yet. Like I want it, but I just feel like it's going to be one of those things that it's going to be like sold out, and it's like, screw you, you know.
You know, dude. Like, I was thinking about that too. The thing is, dude, if I try to kind of secure mine and I can't, thank God the original I think Jaws 2 has the absolute best poster art out of the entire franchise.
It does.
So I was thinking to myself, at least I'll be okay if I get the
Mhm.
regular release.
Mhm.
But dude, I'm so excited for that. Like that's gonna be a bomb ass 4K. I'm super excited for Jaws 2.
I like the foreign poster the best, where it's dusk and all you see is like the
The
fin.
red. Are you talking about the red?
Yeah,
Oh, that's gorgeous. That is
Mhm.
gorgeous. I'm surprised Garrett don't have a poster of that. He's got everything
I
else.
don't.
I have a
don't
shirt,
that.
a Fright Rag shirt of that.
Garrett's
you
got
do?
Jaws
Mhm.
1 on his wall.
I know. I don't have a part 2 though. I would actually love if they did the steelbook image as a poster. I would love that.
Yes, for sure.
I want to ask this question since you guys know. Have you guys seen the movie Student Bodies?
Sure.
No, okay, so I've not seen it, but I just came across a one sheet for $20 and it's on the way. So I just didn't know if that was a good deal or what.
I mean, yeah, it's a great looking poster, no question about it.
Yeah, it's cool. She has like the cheerleading thing. shoved
Yeah.
in the throat.
It's
So
a
it was
very
cool-
very cool poster.
Yeah, it was a cool poster. So I didn't know if I was getting a steal on it or what.
Not Brandon. Garrett did. Joe Jack. He caved.
What happened?
Read it.
Where are we? Well, where is it? Did you guys? Oh, I did. You did too, dude.
Don't
Didn't
throw
you?
me under the bus.
No, I did. I knew going into that was the one I was after, and mainly for 2 reasons. Was that damn plush was so unique of a collector's piece that I knew I wanted it. I mean, at any point, if you say, hey, I have a Joe Spinell doll or whatever, like that's pretty damn unique. And number 2, when Severin does those like secret, like fake slip covers, those things get so valuable. And the reason I know that is because I have all of them but one, and the one I'm after, it's like I can't get that thing for under $100. So it's like I just keep it on my watch list, hoping that I can score it someday. But I knew I was going to pay it. I knew how much it was going to be going into it, and it was expensive for a movie that's not that great. But I knew going in I was going to pay it.
So you've seen this movie that it?
Oh, I have the movie. Yeah. Yeah. If anybody's interested in a DVD version of it, I can send it your way.
I'm so embarrassed because after I bought it, I was like, Garrett, what movie did we?
He goes, what movie was that one I bought to get this stuff?
What movie did I buy?
It's not as good as Maniac, put it that way.
I can't wait till I get this thing.
There's like a scene in it, I think, like at the end or something, with Joe Spinell's like his real mother's in it and stuff. It's funny.
I can't wait till I get the thing. It's gonna be this size. It's like here's my
that little
Joe
Spinell
plushie.
Well, the worst thing
Brandon-
was that damn music box that sold out, because I'm dying to see that thing. I didn't get it, but like it was $15, which for Severin, that's cheap. And number 2, it said it was made out of cardboard. And I'm thinking, a cardboard with a metal handle, that thing is going to come apart the first turn that you try to give the damn thing. And I'm just dying to see how that's going to work.
Oh my god!
But we're going to do a show unboxing everything, so it'll be funny, I think.
I'm super excited for that. And I told Uncle Bill, I said, whoever's the most pissed off wins. Which probably means Uncle Bill is gonna win.
That is so funny.
It is so funny, like how you have to laugh at yourself when all of us buy this goddamn thing and we're so fucking pissed off. I've never been so pissed off buying something.
Well, the worst part about it was I just got done telling you how much I hated slipcovers, and I knew for a fact I was going to buy this thing specifically for that slipcover. So it's like, I don't know. Dude, there's so many weird rules in my head. It's like insane. I don't know.
Brandon, eventually I'm going to drag you into this this world of getting absolutely ridiculous releases that nobody should buy, but you can't help yourself.
You know what's weird is I never even heard of Maniac 2 until I heard you guys talking about it. I didn't know there was a sequel.
It's not.
It's not officially.
No way.
That's why I wanted that slip, because Severin has a history of coming out with slip covers like that they don't have the right to. So for instance,
Like the Jaws.
I got a movie
5
called
thing, right?
Jaws 5 that got them in a lot of trouble for that, because the company looked at that and says, you can't use the same logo and say it's Jaws 5. This is not, and they got sued over it, as far as I know.
Right.
And they were supposedly not going to do anything like that again. And but they did it with this Maniac one. So I mean, that's why I was like, I need to add this to the list because it's not going to be around much longer as soon as, and that's why when they show them, it's always blurred out. Like they don't show you what it is until it's like already sold out or whatever.
Brandon, I'm telling you, you got to watch these Dead Pit shows. It's just three dudes. It's three
Just
dudes
yelling at the screens.
begrudgingly being like, fuck, god damn it, I gotta buy this shit.
Oh, the like the live buy shows. I try to
Yeah.
catch those sometimes. I just always miss everybody's shit. I feel like. So, what is the movie actually called though? If it's not actually Maniac,
The
2?
last horror film.
The last
Oh.
AKA Maniac.
No shit. Okay, that kind of makes sense now.
Did you guys hear how Joe Spinell died in real life?
I don't. You know what's funny? I knew he passed, but I wasn't sure how. Like I
Yeah.
remember when it happened, but I'm like, I don't remember how he passed.
Yeah, he had
I'm
like a glass shower and it broke and he cut himself and just bled to death in the shower.
I'm sorry, it's
Yeah,
not funny.
it's like
It's not
Jesus.
funny.
And he was
Fuck.
fat. Yeah, it was like back in like '82. It's like something way back then. Yeah, because you know I'm a huge Stallone fan, and him and Stallone were best friends back in the day. And he was even Joe Spinell was even Sage Stallone's godfather. And then like
Sage is dead too.
in the early '80s, him and Stallone had a falling out, and they never explained why they did or whatnot. But Joe Spinell helped Stallone get into the film business.
It was funny because when you said he had a glass shower, I'm thinking it was some kind of weird like. like thing, like-
No.
I'm like, what is a glass shower? This is
It's
interesting.
probably just like a glass door or something, and maybe
Yeah.
it broke, but he cut himself and just
Yeah,
bled to death or something. Like
I'm looking at that right now. That's crazy, man. Back in '89, he died.
Oh, 89. Okay, I thought it was early.
Jesus,
80s.
he was 52. He was kind of a scary looking dude, though, man. I always forget he was in The Godfather 1 and 2. Is that creepy motherfucker?
Yeah, it was in Rocky, right? The first one.
Yeah.
Was he in?
Yep.
Was
Rocky
he in,
1 and 2, I think.
Come on,
and then he was in that
Rocky
other.
Yeah.
He was in
Rocky
that other
2.
movie, the other Stallone movie there, where his brother was like a wrestler or something.
Paradise was it Paradise Alley?
Yeah.
Paradise Alley is a good movie.
He
He
wrestled
was
with
in
the-
Nighthawks also.
Dude, Nighthawks is amazing.
This is an
Wow.
interesting question from Blu-ray Addict. What is better, The Burning, Sleepaway Camp, or Friday the 13th? I know what Garrett's gonna say.
So the original Friday the 13th, basically, or The Burning or Sleepaway Camp?
I'm gonna probably say Burning. I'm gonna think. I love Friday the 13th, the original, and I know a lot of people have kind of almost turned on it. I feel like over the years, but the Burning is just so good. I feel like
Second. Yeah, The Burning also.
I'm going Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
I love the original.
So I love Friday the 13th, but the thing about it is, like every Friday 13th, my friends would get together and we do like a Friday 13th marathon.
They
We'd
skip part one.
We'd always start at 1. No, always start at 1. So then like we'd probably do 3. We'd do 1, 2, and 3, and then the next Friday 13th we do 1, 2, and 3 again. So it's just like I got really tired of seeing the first one, and then because I'm always showing different people the marathon, and they're like, "Well, where's Jason?" and this and that. So it's like I've seen the first one so much. I love the first one, but I'd probably have to go with Sleepaway Camp because I love.
it's a good
Sleepaway.
question because I think they're all just really good in their own way. Like I was gonna say, even Sleepaway. Like I mean, man, that as a kid seeing that ending for the first time was just unreal.
What the fuck?
Oh hell
is
yeah, hell yeah.
Let's just talk about this. Me and Garrett were talking about this earlier. I don't mind bringing it up now. I might do a video on this later. These prices on some of these movies, it's at a point to where I think we're gonna have to actively almost boycott it. This shit's getting so out of hand. Brandon was like, "Hey, I want to grab City of the Living Dead on 4K. I'm trying to better my life," and I appreciate Brandon wanting to do that.
The
Like-
Gates of Hell, sir. Get it right. Okay.
Whatever. Gates of Hell was a perfect title, but I love Living Dead. So like naturally I love the title City of the Living Dead.
Well, goddamn it.
But if Brandon wants to go get City of the Living Dead, he's got to go pay $54 for it.
So I looked on eBay too, and the prices were no cheaper than like $70-$80 for either version, the Gates of Hell or City of the Living Dead. It was, dude, come on.
This shit's either got to
Yeah.
This shit's got to stop, or it's like, what do? Do we stop buying these shit at this prices and wait for them to finally just say, okay, we can't sell it at this, or are these companies going to fold because we're not buying them at these prices? Like I'm almost nervous to see what happens. And it's not every title, but like some of these companies are like, let's see how much worse we can be than Scream Factory at pissing people off.
Dude, this is the kind of shit that makes me regret selling my DVDs because I had that DVD, the rare one of City of the Living Dead, and like I would just stick with that DVD if I still had it and not even upgrade. Because $80, that movie is not worth $80. It's not.
It's interesting too, and I'm curious if anybody in the chat or even you guys understand what the deal is with that, because the Cauldron's been milking this title for the last like 6 months for some reason, and I don't really understand what the story is with that, because first they came out with it and it was like, oh, you get a slipcover, a soundtrack, and some stickers, and it's going to be $59.99, but it's limited to X amount of copies. Okay, boom, that thing sold out. So I didn't purchase it because I had City of the Living Dead already, like a Blu-ray. So I was like, whatever, I don't care. But then it got re-released again, and it was like, oh, now we're going to do it this time with no soundtrack, no stickers, but you'll still get the slipcover. And it was like $39.99. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get it now because I think it was limited again. Then it sold out. And then all of a sudden, everybody thought it was just gone forever. And then they're coming out and they're saying, oh, we're going to do a standard edition now. Well, why? Like, think about the people that paid $60 thinking they were going to get one of 500 and then never get. Then all of a sudden, someone like me comes in and pays like $30. And all I don't get is some stickers and a soundtrack, which I'll never listen to, right? So that already pissed people off. But now what's weird to me is it's like, I don't care if they put a standard edition out. That's fine. But why is it $50-something? I paid less than that, and I got a slip cover. I got all this other. Why is this one like more expensive than what I paid? Is it like because it's like the last batch now? So it's just weird to me. Like, to me, that should have been like a $19.99 title now.
Yeah.
You're getting a standard release, I think, of the one I already have. Which I don't know.
They're probably going to milk it further, right? Because once they release or once this phase is over, they're probably going to put the Beyond, House by the Cemetery, and Gates of Hell together in a box set. I'm assuming they're going to do that and sell that shit for like $300 because that's like his. What was that trilogy called? The Gates of Hell trilogy, right?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't even know.
Are they losing the rights to them and they just want to let's get as much as we can out of it?
$55. That's a cool looking cover, though, man.
Cauldron. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Is Cauldron relatively new?
Yes, probably within a couple of years, 2 years, I think. But as far as I know, it's run by Diabolic. I think they're like it's their label. I think.
Is that USA or Europe?
That's USA.
It's USA. Yeah.
And this comes out August 15th. That's what it says.
$55, dude.
Like, but who just said? I think someone in the chat just said it's cheap, but where is it?
Just Cauldron, City of Living Dead. Pre-order sale price is $39 right now. Where?
See, $39 I would do because I'll do $40. That's my max now. Like Roadhouse on Vinegar Syndrome, that was $40. That's fine, but like I'm not doing $50.
I would say check Diabolic because they're the ones that I think are running Cauldron. So maybe they have it for a little bit cheaper than a third party. That's where I got mine, I believe. You get 10% off, Brandon.
Is the Beyond or House by the Cemetery in 4K yet, or no?
House by the Cemetery is. Blue Underground did it.
Beyond? I don't think Beyond is.
All right, here's City of Living Dead 4K pre-order on Diabolic. Yeah, it says $39.
Okay.
I mean, but still, I mean, that's...
And they charge $5 flat for shipping over there, so you're paying.
But here's the thing. I still feel you should get a slipcover or like some kind of nice. That's just a lot of money, man. 3-disc. I mean, it's 3-disc. I get it.
So I can't read that. What does it say about the restoration, though? Is it like a fully like? Is it a new scan entirely from the Blu-ray?
Oh, yeah. I think it is. Yeah.
All right. So it says Cauldron Films is honored to spew the worldwide UHD debut of. Blah, blah, blah. Updated 4K restoration with a brand new Dolby Vision color grade, exclusively commissioned by Cauldron Films, along with hours of new and archival extras. I mean, maybe it is worth that. It's just, I love that film. It took me a while to come around, but I've already bought it twice. I got this, which I think most people had when it came out, and then I got this, and it was kind of limited. I got the 2K Blu-ray that Scorpion put out, Under the Gates of Hell.
That might actually still be available though. If you look up, that's a Ronin Flicks title. So if you looked up Ronin, they might still have that in stock, Brandon. Much if you don't care about.
Yeah, I didn't even see the one we just looked at. I didn't see that release. The ones on eBay were not those releases.
Oh, so. Brandon, if you want this one, This is actually a 2020 4K color grade and restoration of the film from a 4K scan. But remember what I told you. If I'm able to, I'll take care of you. If you know what I mean.
Fucking A.
Because I mean, that's the movie I want to see. The thing is, it's like some of these boutique labels like Blue Underground, like, dude, when you get something 4K from them, 9.5 out of 10 times, the shit is gonna look good. And it's like but I keep telling myself, Christian, just kind of like whenever I start getting salty, I tell myself, Christian, just this is gonna be the last time you're probably ever gonna buy this movie. And I'm thinking to myself, am I right or am I wrong? Sometimes I think I'm right. You know, like
5 years will be like, so the 8K of
like how many times have you bought Lucio Fulci's Zombie? And I have like 8 different versions on my shelf.
It's $80. Yeah.
You know, people were freaking out about Vinegar Syndrome with Zombie, and then I think it was, I don't know who brought it up, might have been Garrett, but it was like, no, it's just it's like a coloring book.
It's a comic book. It's not, because a lot of people were messaging. Well, you better get it, because as far as I know, it's almost gone.
I know.
People were messaging me saying like, oh my God, I'm so happy to get that awesome set from Zombie. I haven't gotten that movie upgraded in a long time. And I was like, nah, there's no movie in there, man. You know, like they were confused. And I think a lot of people might be confused unless they really read what's in there.
I know people just don't read.
Right.
I gotta be careful of Vinegar Syndrome.
Well, that 4K that came out is only like a year or two old still, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The last one that came out. It's hard to go to Vinegar Syndrome like on a stream because it's just like basically half porn.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta be careful.
Staring in the face.
So here it is, the complete graphic novel. 75.
It's out of stock though. It's gone, dude. It's sold out.
Oh shit! Jesus Christ, man! I was looking at this last night.
Mm-hmm. I knew it was gonna go.
Oh, you get a shirt with it?
No, it's $95 if you get the shirt.
Yeah, because there's an option there. There's a size option, so maybe the size he's on is sold out.
That's
click the shirt. Cool. See if maybe that's not sold out yet. No, the size.
Yeah, see where it says size? I'm pointing at the screen like you can see me.
Yeah, right there where it says Zombie Limited Edition. Like if you click it, it drops down into like a shirt size type of thing.
Small right there. Sold out. Medium is sold out.
Damn.
Large is sold out.
Damn, dude.
XL sold out. Anyways. A lot of physical media.
Some asshole probably bought like 15 versions.
Well, right. A lot of physical media collectors are big boys, so all these are going to be sold out. 3X is sold out.
That would have been my size.
All the 4Xs are sold out. Garrett, you got to get in touch with these. 4Xs.
Oh my God.
That's bullshit.
I can open up my business.
Sweet on that too, man.
But yeah, man, like I mean, I know a lot of people, like even like someone like Mel, who's a big comic book, person, sometimes she won't get anything for Vinegar Syndrome because she's like, I don't want to get this stuff. But now she might be like, you know what, I'm going to collect that line. And hopefully they don't overdo it. Maybe they come out every 3 months or something like that, a new edition. But that was just a line that's like, I don't want to start anything new right now because, every time they announce it, it's like, oh, there's another $75 gone plus all the other crap that I'm going to get. So.
Yeah. Mickey B, $5 super chat. I got a retro gaming because the prices were getting out of hand. Same is happening in movies now. Yeah, the difference, the thing that sucks even worse about that, Mickey, is it's just like we're paying collectors' prices for titles on release.
Mm-hmm,
we're paying 5 years from now's price on these.
Well, what's crazy too is like, so for instance, that Zombie sold out at $75. If you want it, you ain't getting it for $75 anymore. You're gonna get it for like $150, I bet, online, $129 probably on eBay. I guarantee. If you go on eBay right now, type in that set. I'm curious to see what these people are already throwing it up there for.
I'm gonna do it. Let's go.
Brandon's like, hey man, I'm interested in your zombie comic book thing. That'd be $300.
Because the thing is, that's what sucks too is like some of these people don't even really want it. They just want to get it to resell it because if it's already on eBay and we haven't even got it yet, you're like, it's wild.
Man, it's nuts. I mean, God bless Vinegar Syndrome. I think they're going to win the physical media war, quite frankly. But thank you very much, Mickey B. I appreciate you, brother. It's getting tough out there, Cody. You gotta be careful, man. They're trying to suck you dry, brother.
I'm not seeing it on eBay yet. I'm seeing like the individual magazines, but even those are already priced at like $42 a piece for like the individual issues each. They have a dossier version that's $200 pre-owned, but it's not the one from Vinegar Syndrome yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure like by tomorrow that'll be on there.
And this was $75 and it sold out so fast. So next time it's going to be $85, and they're going to see how well that sells out. Or they're going to add like pins, and it's going to be an extra
What is going on with
$70.
these pins, man? I'm so sick of these pins.
I got a whole
Everybody's
stack
pin-
over here. I'm gonna probably try to sell them all in like a big bulk.
We have a pin board that's just full of pins.
Need some
full
pins,
of 'em.
brother. I got a WCW title pin. You want it?
I'm trying to get rid of mine.
Oh.
Nightmare Films got my Unita wax melt today. So great. Thank you.
Whoa, oh, that's a cool. Look, you got a little Junior.
Yeah, man.
That is fucking sick, dude.
That is actually pretty
That's
rad.
amazing.
I would
Yeah,
probably put that somewhere.
Friggin' Side Hustle Cinema sent me this. I also have a Stay Tuned one. It's
Dude,
like
that's so sick.
it's Wayne's World, but they're the zombies.
Oh,
Nice.
man.
Yeah.
Wayne's World.
I don't have mini pins, but I buy like they're really cool, but they're freaking like $12, and I'm not gonna do anything with them.
Mhm. There was a point in time where I was getting a couple here and there because there was some cool ones. Like I have some Lost Boys one where like the sax guy like dances he's on like a spring and you like flick him and he dances, and I've got like a Michael Myers one with like a Wayne's World hat on. It's pretty cool. So like, but that was forever ago. All these new ones now that I'm getting in with stuff, it's just I don't even know what to do with them.
So, Garrett, what are you gonna do when Vinegar Syndrome puts this out on 4K UHD?
Oh boy.
Quiet.
Are you
I
gonna
mean-
have to sneak that one in the house?
I'm hoping that someone can do like a full sleepaway camp box, like everything. Like that's what I would love to have. And the problem is it's obviously the rights and the who's got what. But man, if they could just shove all those movies, because there's a couple shitty ones in there, like Return and the fourth one that like I have on DVD that's like kind of like a half movie or whatever it's called there. The Survivor or something. Yeah. So like if they throw all those in a box set with 1, 2, and 3, like then I think it would be pretty killer. But
You can buy them all signed on Felicia Rose's website, because I was talking to her once. I was like, oh, I missed out on that set. She's like, oh, they're on my site. I was like, oh, okay.
oh, you can get them in a set.
You can get like it's like that set that
Anchor Bay one.
yeah. Well, it's like the set with the cross on it.
Get out of here.
The
That's
Red
still
Cross.
available.
Yeah, and then you can get the fourth one separate, but it's signed by her and her husband or something like that. Yeah.
That's interesting. I've never noticed that.
Mhm. Yeah.
Thank you, John Call, with a $20 super chat. CHH Captain High and Tight, who never served, is running his mouth hating Steelbooks. What the fuck? Brandon, John Call Stanton is calling your bitch ass out.
No, I think we're gonna have to meet up and fight somewhere.
John's gonna beat your ass.
So check this out. 50
Thank you, Johnny.
cents. 50 cents at a
Oh,
library.
man. That was a staple of my childhood, that soundtrack,
Dude,
man.
I know the shit's like basically mint condition too, man. Like there's no scratches. Like I couldn't believe it.
But thank you very much, Johnny. Love you, brother.
You guys want to see something crazy?
We got
I don't know, Cody.
We got another new mask. It's a Halloween 4 mask. Surprise.
Shit, Cody.
So this is the Vincent drugstore version from HG.
Be careful, Cody. Be careful.
Dude, look at that fucking
That actually
shit.
does
Oh.
look like it's from the
that's
shelf.
cool, dude.
That shot where he grabs the mask,
Yeah,
his hand goes
yeah,
down and grabs
yeah.
it, dude. Fucking killer.
Hold on. All right. Hold the mask up. Hold the mask up to the camera. Cody, I need you to try to make that face. You gotta, Cody, it's almost like you're smelling something bad. It's like this. There it is.
It's a little bit too Buddha though. Like
Oh man, oh man. I actually don't want to do a real late one tonight. I'm gonna try to get up early and get some errands done. So let's kind of cap we're at an hour. Let's kind of cap tonight off with this, guys. I know Garrett's getting the whole kit and caboodle. He's getting the posters, the pins, everything. What is everybody thinking about these new Child's Play 4Ks? I know Cody is going to go over the moon with these Child's Play 4Ks. Where's everybody at with these?
I haven't ordered them yet.
Yeah, I got the most expensive set. After I just talked shit about it.
I actually did the package where I bought international rights to
You know the-
Challenge.
Do you know the pins that you guys were just making fun of? Well, I just bought
Yeah, I
those
just bought those.
for $80.
That's why you were quiet. That's why you were quiet, you son of a bitch.
That's funny.
It's Chucky, so I had to, man.
I think Garrett's excited for Bride of Chucky.
I'll probably end up getting them, no doubt. I just don't know if I'm gonna jump on any sets because a part of me only really wants to get that set with the additional slipcovers and posters is because that's the way I did it the first time, and it's like I don't use any of that, so I'm thinking, long term, like, well, if I sold like, hey, here's all the additional slipcovers and all the additional posters and like a big lump, like, would that be more worth it than me just getting them at cost, like at Best Buy or whatever? So I don't know. I'm gonna do one or the other.
I'm actually at an interesting position because I never picked up Child's Play 1 on 4K, but I got 2 and 3. And I'm wondering, do I not grab Cult of Chucky and grab... I don't know how you guys feel. I'd prefer Seed of Chucky over Cult of Chucky at this point. I really don't like Cult of Chucky.
I would too.
So I'm wondering, do I skip the one like I did last time? And the only reason I didn't buy Child's Play 1 the first time was just because probably I didn't want to pay for 3 at once. I'm sure part 1 looks great, but I was like, I got the Blu-ray already for part 1. Let me get 2 and 3. So that's what I did. I'm wondering, am I going to not grab Cult and just get the ones I want, or am I I'm going to go back and get part 1 on 4K as well as picking up all the ones on 4K.
Do you have Cult in any other edition or no?
Sure. I've got both of those Child's Play box sets.
Oh, okay,
I've got the one that has Cult, the yellow one, and I got the other one doesn't. The one before that, which I actually prefer the art on that one.
Same here.
So
I prefer the first one.
I just, and the funny thing is, I actually think that the new artwork that Devin Whitehead, is that the artist?
Mm-hmm.
I actually think the art he did for Seed and Cult were the best, and I love that those had cool colors. And Cult looked cool because it was orange. And I was like, oh fuck, man, like god damn. But I mean, I gotta get Bride, and I love Curse. Watch Seed be the best looking one. Fucking watch it.
I was gonna say it. Seed could. I mean, I don't know. I think Seed is one of those ones that it's gonna come around a little bit more, and I think it already has because that was a very hated forever. But I feel like people more are coming around on it now.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that.
That was the first movie I was kicked out of.
What are you doing?
I was too young.
Oh.
I was like, dude, what were you doing?
You know what though? That's what's crazy because it just goes to show how much in different ages. Because you know what I mean? Like I remember when that came out, and I think I went on a date or something to go see it.
So yeah, there's that. And how about this? Just real quick, some other stuff that's coming out that I'm looking forward to. Oh, Garrett, you bought the I don't know what the fuck you call it. You bought the Pope edition or something of Salem's Lot.
Oh yeah, that was another whole. So Cinemuseum is this other company that does these crazy editions of movies. Now the problem is with them, I've never ordered from them before. I've heard good things. I've heard bad. Basically, I've heard when you get them, they're great, but the process to get them is awful. So they did a Lost Boys set. I skipped it. I know Mel got it, and she hasn't gotten it yet. It's been almost a year, and she's been still waiting for this thing that she paid for. And it was expensive, like very expensive. And when she gets it, it's going to be a hell of a video. It comes with some cool stuff. The artwork is insane. They just dropped the Salem's Lot box set, which was part 1. You get 2 cuts of the movie. You get a full-length documentary, and then you also get Return of Salem's Lot. And it's housed inside this really cool box. Huge, awesome image on it, and I ended up biting the bullet and getting it, even though I own both those movies already. But it was just such a cool addition to have my house together and get the other cut and the documentary, which isn't on the normal Warner Brothers Blu-ray or whatever. So, but again, the problem is I'm not going to see that for probably almost a year. So it's like by the time you get it, it's almost like the excitement's kind of died out, And by that time, who the heck knows? That could already be like a cooler edition out by another company,
So that means if Cinemuseum is saying the release date of Fright Night 2 is May 2024, does that mean that's when we're gonna get it? And
that's probably gonna be the pre-order.
You know what I mean?
Is that what it said? May 20? Or are you just saying that?
No, that's what it said.
Okay, so I'm thinking that the game plan is probably going to be the released by May. So in my head, I'm thinking to myself that they should start putting something out soon for pre-orders, because I think what this company does is they have No, it can't be because there's a limited amount. So I'm thinking that they use the money to pay for it with the money they get during the pre-order and then have it made kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But I'm thinking I highly doubt they're going to make us wait till May to pre-order it and then another almost year to get it. That's going to be brutal.
I mean, I am looking forward to that. But I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of hoping maybe we're going to get some other kind of announcement before then. Like if Vestron magically just kind of says, hey, we're doing it too. We're going to use the math if they own it,
Mm-hmm.
I may just be like, okay, phew, I don't need to sit in a museum one. Because the problem is I'm going to want Fright Night and Fright Night too. That's the problem.
Right.
And
you're
that's
getting a cool
expensive.
Fright Night too, as far as I know. You're getting a signed steelbook from Tom Holland. So
yeah. But the other thing I'm excited about is, Brandon, you said you're a big fan of this movie. My Best Friend is a Vampire from Vestron Video that comes out later this month. And
That's a great film.
that's a title that I saw because Walmart used to have those 8 movie packs, like cult horror films in them, and I remember seeing it and I loved it. I remember I had that and Repossessed with Linda Blair and Leslie Nielsen. But I'm excited about that. And that, we were talking about this, like in a world of like expensive ass movies, like thank God there is the Vestron Video, thank God.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So I'm happy about that. I'm with you, Mel. If we get the Vestron announcement of Fright Night 2, I will totally, that'll be my out. That'll be my out for Fright Night 2. Our luck, what's going to happen is
we're going to all order it and then it's going to come out. Right. Right.
But yeah, so I got to stay up a little bit later, try to secure my Jaws 2 Steelbook, Cody. I'm assuming you're smart. You pre-ordered yours 3 years ago. I'm excited about that. But tomorrow is the 4th of July. And what are you guys watching tomorrow?
Honestly, I'm watching Little Giants. I've been in the mood to watch that. Yeah,
dude, that movie is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I relate to Icebox.
Icebox, man, I had the biggest crush on Icebox.
And what was that little kid with like the asthma who weighed like?
I don't know any of that. Like the booger or the snot bubble. Yeah, I don't remember his name. But yeah, there was Icebox Junior, and I can't remember what that kid's name was.
Grim Billy just broke my heart. I love My Demon Lover. I'm definitely getting the Shout Factory. That's a must. You got to catalog that in your collection, man.
Dude, I almost bought the VHS of that for like $12 the other day. And then I was like, what is this movie? And I put the DVD in my Amazon cart. And then all of a sudden I saw it was coming out on Blu-ray the next day.
So
I've never even heard of it.
So you've seen Night of the Creeps, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you remember Night of the Creeps, right after like the opening scene happens, it pans to after the 50 scene happens, it pans to like the college. And then that song that goes, dun, 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 dun.
Mm-hmm.
You know that song? Dun, dun. I knew that song because of My Demon Lover, not because of Night of the Creeps. So that same song, Let Go is the name of the song, is in My Demon Lover.
See, yeah, and I haven't even seen a trailer for it or anything. I just saw the VHS, and I was like, this looks like I would love this movie. And I was going to ask you guys about it, and then all of a sudden it was announced and everyone was excited about it. So I was like, okay. So
it's a very PG, silly ass movie. It's not it's fine. It's horror adjacent. It's like silly, like Garbage Pail Kids silly.
Yeah, it's like 80. It's 87, so that's kind of they push it.
Yeah. So what happened was this was at the tail end of Family Ties, and the guy that plays Justine Bateman's boyfriend, he was trying to jump into movies and stuff. A lot of people thought he was going to be the next big thing. And I'm telling you guys, go on YouTube and watch The Art of Being Nick. Nick was the name of the boyfriend in the show to Justine Bateman. They tried to do a spinoff from Family Ties when it ended. And I watched this documentary on YouTube. I don't know if it's still on there, but they talked about the ratings for the debut episode of The Art of Being Nick. It did this in 5 minutes. People were just like, oh, I'm not interested in this. And then they canceled the show after the pilot aired one night. That was it. One night it aired. And then nobody ever heard or saw from The Art of Being Nick ever again.
Dang.
And so My Demon Lover, obviously did not sweep the box office. It did not sweep the globe. But I am so excited that this movie's coming out. Like, this is what I'm talking about. So I'm so and I'm happy that it's getting a Blu-ray. I think there's an audience for it. I really do. I think it's a fun little movie. I love it. And there's some good makeup effects in there. So excited about that.
Oh, I was seeing Saturn Video said It's Always Sunny is my favorite. The last episode was hilarious with Bryan Cranston. It was like it was Bryan Cranston and what the hell's the other guy's name from Breaking Bad, but they thought that it was Frankie Muniz grown up. It was hilarious.
I know it's funny. I've never seen that show.
You've never seen It's Always Sunny?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
it's good. It's good.
Everybody says that.
My wife for it. It's Danny DeVito is fucking hysterical.
no.
He's so good.
It's such a it's a great show now because it's so wrong. It's great.
So
Aaron Paul,
we'll wrap it up. Brandon, tell me what you're doing tomorrow.
I'm not really sure. We have a 4th of July parade in the morning, and then we're gonna try to do like a family backyard kind of thing during the day, barbecue and stuff. Hopefully, maybe, probably more hamburgers. But
what is a Tabata burger?
For me, I want hockey pucks. It's got to be. I want my burgers on the grill burned. I want them crispy black burned.
No,
yeah,
that's not real life.
Hold on, Brandon. You said I want a hockey puck on the grill burned.
Yes. Yeah.
You are a nasty.
So the ones that nobody wants on the plate at a cookout, you're the one getting all those.
Yeah, if I'm on the grill, the burgers are going to be fucking crispy. They're going to be black.
Reminds me of like what's the guy's name on Popeye or whatever? Like Wimpy.
Oh, the burger dude. Oh, dude. Yeah. Yes.
He had like hockey puck burgers, I feel like.
Brandon, compliments on the mustache, dude.
Ah, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to do it for one more week and I'm going to shave it off. I'll do it in the next live. I'll shave it.
So what's the sides on the Tabata burger? You get
I want a potato bun.
A what?
Potato bun. A potato bread bun.
What is that?
It's the best kind of bun. It's like a really thick, chewy bread. It's fucking delicious.
It has like powder on it, doesn't it? Or not powder, but
sometimes flour. They do. The ones with the flour are the best ones too.
Garrett
and I want a little bit of ketchup, a little bit of mustard. I want mayonnaise on both sides of the bun.
God damn.
One slice of sharp cheddar cheese if I have it, or American cheese. But I want that new Hidden Valley Ranch, the spicy kind. It's the secret sauce. It's called Hidden Valley Ranch Secret Sauce, and they have a spicy, zesty kind. It is so good it'll change your life.
Do you do sweet potato fries or do you go complete regular wedges?
Get the fuck out of my face. I don't do fries at all.
What?
No fries at all?
No.
Like at all, butter? Like in life.
Just a couple of well, in life, sure, fries are great, but on 4th of July, it's got to be just a plate full of hockey pucks. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? I actually agree with that. Like at barbecues, you really never see French fries at barbecues. They're like chips.
Now, Brandon, are you a sausage kind of guy? Do you put some sausage links on the pit?
Not usually. If we have family over, Shanna's sister likes to bring over the sausage and like all the weird like I don't know what the fuck are they called? There's really delicious cheese ones, and if you're getting wasted or drinking like a lot, tipping a few back, they start tasting real
Brandon,
good.
They're expensive, but the Opa sausages, they're filled with cheese and jalapenos. They're delicious.
Cheddar brats, I'm told that's what they're called.
Cheddar brats.
Cheddar brats.
Dude, you better be drinking some water after all that.
No.
What's for dessert, Brandon? Jello?
Probably if I can get there.
Did Brandon just stroke his non-existent beer? Did y'all see that?
Well, it's kind of there.
Okay.
I still have the triple tins are still there. I can still scratch the chicken cluck thing. But no, Sam's Club, if I can get there, Sam's Club apple pie will be dessert.
Mel,
so
party
I don't know what
potato
that is. I've never heard of that before. Either of those two things.
Have
you guys?
A party potato, Mel,
or a funeral potato? I've never heard of either.
Are those like twice baked potatoes?
Somebody dying, Mel? What's going on?
I don't know, but twice baked are great. But I never heard that terminology before.
I say a funeral potato reminds me of like Tabata put it on the grill for too long. It's just like everything's black coming off.
Right, of drop them on the dirt. Yeah.
So
the
Brandon,
potatoes that look like that are like hard as rocks. Like,
yeah, everything's hockey pucks. You don't know what's what.
So to review, Brandon gets potato bread.
Potato bread.
2-inch hockey puck burn burgers.
And they have to be Bubba burgers, pre-frozen Bubba burgers. They have to be those.
Okay.
That's the
fair
trick. Sharp
Um,
cheddar cheese if you got it.
sharp mayo on top and bottom.
Mayo, a lot of mayo, not a little bit, a lot.
And another
Look-
burger. And for the side, you want more burgers.
Yes. Yeah. with the secret sauce.
Garrett, what do you eat on? What are you eating tomorrow, Garrett?
I go to work half the day, and then I'll probably hit up like a cookout type thing. If I have a burger, I'll just probably do, what do I like on there? Grilled onions, pickles, lettuce, ketchup, and bacon. You get
Wheat
the bacon
bun
on
or
there. No, I'll take whatever bun's available. Actually, it'll be fine.
that's right. You have cheat days.
Oh yeah. But I mean, if I had a choice, I would be like, I would check to see if there's any like ribeye steaks hanging around. That would be my ideal lunch or whatever. And then I will do the potato salad because I love that shit. So I'll definitely do that tomorrow. That'll be on deck.
Gary's at some random cookout. And he's in the house looking. He's like looking in the freezer. You guys got any ribeyes?
Oh my god, I eat so much freaking steak, it's insane. But I love it. I'll go search for it for sure.
Thank you, Mickey B, with a $2 super chat. I would watch. I guess what he's meaning is I'd watch the Butter Dud Man do a nasty cooking channel.
So on that note, and I won't ramble too long about this.
Go ahead.
I've been considering doing a horror cooking show on Tabata Vision, and I have 2 episodes out from my old channel. We did 2 episodes of a cooking show 10 years ago. We did a peanut butter burger in one episode, and we did an epic French toast sandwich in another.
Brandon, what did I tell you? What did I tell you?
Both were fire.
Voorhees burgers.
I could do those, but those are so simple and easy and lame. Like nobody.
And I
wants
think
a
that's
Voorhees
actually a
burger.
really good idea for you to do a horror cooking thing, and you can like call things like certain names and stuff.
That's
like,
a good idea.
Like as soon as you mentioned Tabata Burger, I was like, that sounds like a place.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would
Step
go
one.
to.
Step 1, turn the pit up all the way. Step 2, burn it.
burn the shit out of
Step
them.
3, pour the
Walk
mayo.
away for 25 minutes. Oh, I love it.
Step
To be
2,
honest, dude, peanut butter burger actually sounds pretty damn good. To be honest,
Oh, it's fucking fire. If you're ever near a Jungle Gyms, they have peanut butter burgers there. Get one.
I'll say that's actually a pretty big thing out here is peanut butter and jelly burgers. It's like
Ooh.
high.
Oh, I haven't had the jelly ones. That's probably fantastic.
Mhm.
That Mel, I'd send me some of that. I've never seen this before.
Yeah, you better
Cheesy
overnight
hash
it,
browns
though,
on a
now.
crack pot.
Yeah,
You better overnight that.
You bet.
Yeah.
You send some of those leftovers my way.
I've never heard of that funeral potato.
You need to try it, man. It'll end your life.
What was it-
The
what was
recipe
other
doesn't
na-
leave the village over there where Mel is. That's what it is. It's
What was
like a
what was
secret.
what was the other name for it? It was like potato or
Funeral.
Funeral
no, yeah, it was
potatoes and
funeral like fun potatoes or something.
party potatoes.
Party potatoes, yeah.
There's a lot of. She's got a lot of party stuff over there. She's
Party.
got a lot of party stuff.
Thank you, Hakeem. 49. Have you guys watched the new Arnold Schwarzenegger's documentary?
Oh, I loved it.
I haven't seen
And
it yet.
And I see Stallone has one coming out in November.
I am excited for that. I gotta watch Arnie's.
Arnie's is good.
It's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hakeem already got his. Hakeem's a man in the industry. He's a man that makes it happen.
What's up,
He'll
Hakeem?
send me videos of Lionel Richie.
Ooh.
Like just send me
Oh, wow.
videos of Lionel Richie. The
But
greatest-
videos like in the sense of what? Like just videos like that he
like if
sees or
Lionel-
like
no, if Lionel Richie's standing right here
what?
and I'm him, he sends me a video of Lionel Richie.
Well, tell him hello.
Hakeem, find me and send me. I have a client of mine that is obsessed with Lionel Richie. She's like obsessed with him. So that would be so killer to see some up close vids. I would
Thank you,
show it.
Hakeem. I'm gonna watch that, Hakeem. But anyway, also Hakeem he saw Jaws 2. He already got his copy, and I saw him in the chat earlier. He said it's the real deal. So that's exciting. Thank you so much, Hakeem. God bless. Now, Cody, we'll wrap it up with you. What are you eating tomorrow? What is the 4th of July? I think you're kind of like the Married with Children kind of guy. You got the grill with the char in there from 1997 still.
No, yes, actually, yeah, I do have that. The old school grill. But no, man, I'll probably go to Jack in the Box and get that
Snoop.
that Snoop meal, man. Dude, dude, you know what's funny? I sent you guys the picture of it. I was looking at the picture. I saw it comes with a purple haze car freshener, air freshener shaped as the Jack in the Box head. I was like, dang, I gotta get that.
You got to get it now. Get an extra taco too while you're at it, just for the old
Oh,
time.
dude, I will.
Oh man,
2 tacos, 99 cents.
that's wild, dude. Nothing's 99 cents anymore.
Well, you know what's so it's not 99 cents anymore, dude. It went up to $1.29 and people flipped out.
What?
Because it was 2 tacos for 99 cents for like 30 years, and then all of a sudden you show up one day and it was $1.29 and people were not having it. It's still the same price, but
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Wow.
they're good cheap tacos though.
Brandon looks like Emilio Estevez steak.
Let me look this up real quick. There's no way.
He does kind of.
Amazon delayed Jaws 2 until the 25th. I guess I will just watch 3D. Damn. Anyway, this was really fun, guys. Thank you all for hanging out tonight. Another Planet Dirty. I've been putting the Planet Dirties, guys, by the way. All the Planet Dirties are going up on Spotify, not Apple, because I can't for some reason. But if you want to listen to Planet Dirty on the go, I just put up Brandon's top 10 slashers, and it was fucking hysterical listening back to it.
Tell us about Valentine.
Great pace, great atmosphere. Decent
You have like 45 minutes for me to go on a little bit.
Yeah, it's funny. It was my wife was listening to that, Brandon. She's just like, "Is he serious?" It's so funny.
Do you know what the new clip's going to be? Is a plate full of hockey puck burgers or whatever. I'm a happy man.
I'm pretty stoked.
Anyway, guys, this has been fun. I want everybody to have a great 4th of July tomorrow. And just take it easy. Reflect. Take some time to reflect, like Brandon's going to do when he's burning his pucks on the pit tomorrow.
The smoke stinging my eyes. It's going to be great.
The flames are probably so high, like engulfing all the burgers.
Florida man's house burned down.
But yeah, I appreciate everybody. Thank you guys for getting me to 17K. That was really cool. So I appreciate that, guys. Everything's going good. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, quite frankly. But we got some good stuff coming up. We got good friends. Everything's good in life. Can't complain. Happy 4th of July to everybody. Have a great night. Check out Garrett on Born to Be Red, Red Pack Podcast. Red Dudes. Dude who loves movies. Just dropped a new video. Brandon, Tabata Vision. Tabata Tunes. Tabata Vision TV.
Tabata Burger.
Many other Tabata Cooking. Check him out, guys.
Brandon.
Brandon's been putting out some video essays. He's getting off his ass. He's getting back to work. We got to stay on his ass.
You do, yeah.
He's coming back though.
That's some bangers though, man.
Yeah, man. I didn't know that you did live streams by yourself.
I just started. I'm trying to get over my anxiety of doing it.
I see, dude. I thought I was subscribed to you this whole time. And
I'm telling you, that's been happening to everybody.
Have you guys
I don't
noticed
see
that?
anybody's shit. I keep having to resubscribe and refollow people.
Why is that? I noticed that too with some people that did the Rad 9 or whatever. They tagged me, and all of a sudden I went to their page, and it's like I wasn't subscribed. I'm like, I swear I was subbed to this person.
Yeah,
and I felt so bad about it.
Yeah. And like when I was telling Garrett, man, even in the chats, I'll type things up, and all of a sudden I'll see them disappear. It's like I don't know. There's an admin just being like, "Oh, screw this guy," but I'm just like, "Oh,
weird,
okay,
man."
Yeah.
We love you guys. Good night. See y'all.